Okie dokie folks, good evening everyone, welcome to the live stream. Mark, Sam Thurlaway, Spitfire RF 100, good evening, welcome to the live stream. I can see your comments. We've got a FedEx 737 about to push back. I just need to change the quality of the live stream folks because I've got it in the wrong quality. Right, there we go, that's it set to the right quality. So, we've got FedEx's 737-800 just about to push back, and that's going to be heading to Germany, I think. Germany or Edinburgh, can't remember. Well, I missed it the other day because it was just running so late, but hopefully tonight should get it. Can everyone just confirm on the live stream, please, that the audio and video is all working okay, please? That would be greatly appreciated. So yeah, we've got a SAUDIA 777 coming in tonight. That's going to be a fun one. Should be in roughly about an hour and a half, probably less. And that's coming to pick up the Saudi football, men's national football team. Right, here goes the FedEx, just pushing back now. Tom Drysdale, it's all working good, thank you very much mate, and Spitfire all good, fantastic mate, that's great. Matthews, hello, welcome to the live stream, great to have you on board. It's the FedEx 737 just pushing back. We've also got British Airways A320 and Freebird A320 coming into land very shortly. Oh, it's nice to have a proper FedEx 737-800. Also folks, we've got a new mode to try out tonight. We've got an infrared mode which we're going to try out later on when it gets a bit darker. So hopefully that means we'll be able to see more at night. Just the night vision is a little bit laggy, but infrared should be a bit better. Hawk heading your way. Oh, that'll be interesting. Thank you for that. Let's go quick. Oh yeah, there's a Hawk. Ah yeah, cool. Looks like it's coming in to do an approach as well. Or is it? Actually, it might just be heading north. Might be heading up toward Hexamon exercise, possibly. Thank you for that heads up though. It's brilliant. Yeah, Saudi A320 777 will be in soon, folks. You can track it over Germany on Flight Radar 24. It's just showing as a 777 though. Yeah. Hope everyone's having a lovely evening. It's great to have you all on the live stream. Sam, good evening. Jody, yes, that's great. Thank you very much. Sorry, God Civic. My apologies. Yeah, like I say, hopefully it doesn't approach you. That'd be nice. Haven't seen a Hawk in a little while, actually. Used to get them regularly up round ours on exercise, but next to nothing there. Robert Hadfield, good evening. Bob, how are you doing, mate? Great to have you on the live stream. FedEx 737 is just about taxi. Tom Drysdale, it is fantastic. It's really good, mate. It's very, very satisfying. Like I say, we're going to try infrared mode later. It means you don't get as much in terms of colour, but it means you do get more detail of the aircraft at night. So we're going to try that, because night vision makes it quite laggy, but we're going to try a new mode later and see how that performs. Here goes the FedEx. FedEx is taxiing. Two Hawks coming our way, thank you, Sam. FedEx taxing. Oh, and it's going to be a 07 departure as well. Hey! Oh, I can hear them. Yeah, definitely hear them. Civic, thank you very much for the update on that, and that was really cool. Mint! Didn't expect that. That was beautiful. Beautiful. FedEx lining up. There's a FedEx. There we go, that's a FedEx Airborne. I'm just going to quickly try infrared mode and just see how. Yeah, infrared mode seems to be work. Yeah, that works quite good. Oh, that looks cool. That's not bad. Oh, it's the one they use for the ambulance side. Just going to try infrared for a little minute, folks. We've got the police helicopter just departing there. NPAS is just departing. Saying that, infrared is good at the moment, but there is quite a bit of light. And then we've got Golf November India Alpha Bravo just holding short of the runway. And Ferry Hill Train Spotter, I've been a channel member now for 15 months. Thank you so much for all of your support. Really, really does mean so much, and thank you so much for supporting this channel. It really does mean a lot. Got a little air show off 2 Pavehawks today. That's cool. That's really cool. It's I've had a few movements around ours today, like typhoons and stuff going around, but I haven't really seen. Sam Chippers, good evening, mate. Welcome aboard. Is the Saudi 777 leaving tonight? Yes, it's supposed to. So it's supposed to come in and then go straight out, I believe. We won't stay for its departure, folks. We'll just be staying for its arrival. Just because it is running a bit later than I'd anticipated. It would have been nice to come last week, or the week before, whenever it came, because it landed in the beautiful evening sunshine. But because we're going into autumn, well, we're in autumn, we're losing that much light every week. It's harder and harder. Olive 57, thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Really appreciate it. Flight number, there is no flight number for the Saudi. Well, there is, but it's not visible on flight radar. British Airways is just coming in now, folks. But yeah, if you search on flight radar, you will not see it. But yeah, it is visible on flight radar as a 777. British Airways down. Good. How's everyone finding the infrared? Quick question, how are you finding the infrared? Is it any good? How's it look on screen? Because at least you can make out the aircraft. I mean, obviously there's the runway lights and everything, but hopefully it's a little bit better. Right, that's a King Air just lining up on runway 07. Why is the Saudi here? The Saudi's here to pick up the men's national football team, that's why. I'm just going to try this with night vision off and just see the difference. So so now if I take, as soon as I take infrared off, that's all you can see, and that's just literally the flashing lights. You can't actually see the outline of anything. Put night mode on. Night mode is good, but it's very, very laggy. As you can see, the colour and everything is there, but it's very laggy. As if we turn infrared on, at least with infrared you can make out stuff, you can make out the aircraft and so on. Great, fantastic mate, fantastic. You can see the British Airways is just there in the background. The King Air just rolling down the runway there. Golf November India Alpha Bravo. Usually they head across to like Belfast and places. There we go. I've never ever filmed using infrared on this camera before, so this is quite new to me. I'm intrigued to see what the results are when I get home later. Yeah, spy mode engaged, absolutely. Freebird A320 isn't too far out either. Should be in just a minute. Logan Air from Aberdeen is just about to turn final, and the Freebird is over Bishop Auckland. I can see there's 41 of you all tuned in at the moment. Great to have each and every one of you on the live stream. When's it coming? Bend over. It's coming in about 40 minutes. 40 odd minutes. England still 0-0 after 30 minutes. I think it's England playing Scotland tonight, isn't it? Yeah, pretty sure it is. Newcastle Flyer. Night mode will be very low frames per second, making it look jerky. It does, mate, it does. I'm just playing around with infrared, seeing if I can enhance it. It says that the shutter cannot be set. Iris even. Iris cannot be set either. Oh well. Mark, not tonight, no. The last time the Saudi came in, there was quite a few, because obviously it was... you can hear voices. No, it's just me and the wife. But no, mainly the horse. But yeah, apart from that. Yeah, the night mode, the infrared mode, I'm quite pleased with this. It's a lot better than having it in manual focus in normal mode, because in normal mode it's hard to make out the actual aircraft, whereas with this you can see it. Yeah, it's much better. It's much better. Thank you very much, Newcastle Flyer. Thank you, mate. Got a slight green hue to it. I was wondering if colour night vision, because it's got colour night vision, but I almost want to try that and see if that works with infrared, because it does have it, but I've never actually tried it. Then at the same time, I don't want to take it out of manual focus, because if I take it out of manual focus, Foden has just scored 1-0 to England versus Scotland. I think it was the Scottish captain the other day when he was being interviewed, said that even in the last 10 to 20 years that he's been watching, he's watched the England side improve massively. But then again, Scotland have done phenomenally well in the competitions that they've got to. Done really well. Right. Saudi has just crossed the Netherlands coast, probably 40 minutes. Well, hey, so you'll just be going over the North Sea now. Fantastic. British Airways should be making that left-hand turn. I'm really tempted to try colour night view. I really am. And at the same time, I don't want to ruin it. Right, now the British Airways has come in a little bit into light. I've just turned the infrared off so you get a little bit more of the colour. Now you can see the colours, the red, the blue. The good thing is I can change between the infrared mode and the normal mode without it affecting the manual focus, so I can keep my manual focus, which is good. So Loganair from Aberdeen is next. Jude Bellingham has just scored 2-0 to England. Wow, dear me, we're on a roll. Alright, I can hear the Loganair. Infrared mode is being engaged. There we go. Infrared mode engaged. And there's Scotland's regional airline just landing. Newcastle being one of the only places outside of Aberdeen, Edinburgh and Glasgow and Inverness. Newcastle being the only other place where, along with Isle of Man, that Loganair have a base. That's Loganair vacated. Freebird A320 just about to come on the localizer for 07. Thank you, Newcastle Fly. I was really hoping, to be honest, that the Saudi would come in on runway 25 because then we would have got a nice shot of them vacating and the light would have just caught the fuselage, but unfortunately that doesn't look very likely. Just to give you an idea of what night view does. It's not even that good now, is it? Now it's just very blurry. We'll stick to infrared. Now a quick look on flight radar just to see how far it is. Freebird is on final and the 777 is just off Norfolk, so not far to go at all. That's the thing, Newcastle Fly, it just needs to shift, the wind just needs to shift ever so slightly and then we would be good for runway 25, but I'm kind of hoping that as they're off the east coast the tower might just say okay, the wind is da 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 da. I don't think it's that strong at the moment either, it's very light and variable, so they might just get a straight in for runway 25, which would be perfect, but whether or not Whether or not that happens, I don't know, we'll have to see. I think they'd favour 2.5 as well, because I mean it just makes more sense for them coming in, rolling straight at the end of the runway. But on the other hand, if there's other traffic inbound, I'm sure there is another couple of movements around that time, they might not do it, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. The Loganair looks so weird in infrared. The tartan tail. This is going to be a fun one to say. The tartan tail looks like the Union Jack livery, with infrared on. It just does with, and yet it's tartan on the tail, which is funny. You can see the tartan outline, but just, yeah. It almost looks like the Union Jack from a distance. Oh, I've just realised that's the Loganair one with the rainbow flag on it. I've just realised that. Yeah. There comes the Freebird. Just disabled infrared mode at the wrong time. Typical. Stand one. One likely. Well, Freebird's ruled all the way at the end of the runway. SAUDIA will not be long at all. SAUDIA will be in very soon. You don't realise the difference a week makes. Last week, when we did that long live stream on Thursday, it was pretty much 30 degrees, warm, sunny, and now it's about 12 degrees, possibly even lower than that. And it's a lot more chilly than what it was. Oh me. There we go, it's Freebird vacating at the end of the runway. Do you pull that? Nice one. Pull us over your house then, that's good. SAUDIA, I'm reckon the SAUDIA will probably go onto the remote stand on the north side. I might be completely wrong. I might be completely wrong, but I imagine it will go to the north side. But we'll see. We shall see. I can see there's lots of stairs and stuff waiting over there. But yeah, SAUDIA, 180 nautical miles out. Thanks, Newcastle, for that. Yeah, I think it'll be a remote stand, just especially with the football team. The football team don't usually go through the main terminal. They usually go through Samsung Aviation at the south side and then a bus over usually. And folks, if you know anyone else who'd like to see this Saudi 777 landing, feel free to share the link with them, and the more the merrier. Great to have everyone on board this evening. I see there's 35 of you all tuned in at the moment. It's great to have each and every one of you with us. Now this Freebird A320 has sharklets, and I think they've only got one or two with sharklets in their fleet. They haven't got many of them. And God Civic earlier on, thank you so much for the heads up on that Hawk as well. That Hawk was amazing to see. That was so good. Just use whatever on it. If the Logan gets landed, they might just give the SAUDIA straight in for runway 25. I doubt it, but anyway. Very optimistic. Logan Air from Southampton is just about 10 minutes away, and then if that can land quickly enough, then who knows, the SAUDIA might just come straight in runway 25. See how it goes. Freebird is taking its time going along to the stand. He's going very, very slow. 2-0 half time. Happy days. I think so, Mark. I think so, definitely, yes. It's a good opportunity to both get out together. There we go. You can just start to make the outline out of the Freebird A320 as it's taxiing closer to the lights. As you can see from the windsock there, the wind is actually now the wind is favouring runway 25. And it is blowing ever so slightly. It is a crosswind from the north, but at the moment it is actually favouring runway 25. So let's see how it goes. Tango, what's that? Tango Charlie Foxtrot Hotel, Tango Charlie Foxtrot Hotel, November. There we go. Leave it focused on the Jet2 Holidays 737-800 for now. Logan Air will be next to land. It's going to change infrared mode off. There we go. It's infrared mode off. Looks like it is, yeah, it is. And welcome aboard, John Kenneth Williams. Great to have you with us, mate. Hope you're keeping well. John Kenneth, yeah, Sunday's not far away, mate. Hope you'll have a good time. Have a really good time. Newcastle fly, that's what I was just thinking. It's 330 degrees at 4 knots, so it's light and variable, but we'll see. See how it goes. Not far from Grimsby, Sam. Yep, shouldn't be too long there. Should be descending in just a few minutes as well. Oh, perfect. Correction, I've just been corrected by my good wife. It's just started its descent now into Grimsby, into Newcastle. But it's landing in Grimsby. We're really not. Graham Thompson, yep, looks like they're going straight in 07. Makes more sense for them, but I'm just thinking for the SAUDIA it might make more sense going in 2.5, but we'll see. Selfishly, I hope they go on 2.5, but it looks like we've got a little bit of fog moving in as well, folks. A little bit hair's just coming from the coast way now, so hopefully that doesn't affect us. and Mark, Political Bias, thank you very much for that kind donation, mate. That's really, really generous of you. Thank you so much for your support. It really means a lot, Mark. Top man, thank you. Robert, Bob, what did you miss? Freebird Airlines A320. It's just landed. Is it Woodgate Aviation, one of the King Airs, the ones they use for medical transfers. What else? British Airways, Logan Air with the rainbow on it from Aberdeen, and apart from that, not much else. We've got Logan Air coming in just a second from Southampton, and then we've got the SAUDIA coming in from Riyadh. So, and it's just approaching Humberside now, Humberside Airport, just south of Hull, and it has made a slight turn to the right, so I'm hoping they might just come straight up with a deconfliction service over the North York Moors and then straight into the northeast. That'd be good. But anyway, yeah, that's me just being hopeful. Be nice if they came in straight on runway 25. Looks like Saudi is going for a 07 arrival as they've turned into land instead of staying out to sea. Still time for it yet though, still time. Is the Logan one of their twotters? No, it's definitely not one of their twotters. Newcastle Flyer, Saudia. No political bias, Mark. Really means a lot, mate. Thank you so much, mate. It's very, very kind, your generosity. And everyone, all of you DR channel members who support the channel week in, week out, and when we do the live streams and the videos, really means a lot. So thank you all so much. Did British Caledonian ever fly to Newcastle? Yes, I believe they did. I'm sure I have a photo. I'm sure I've got a photo of one of their, or a postcard even, of one of their BAC 111s here at Newcastle. So yeah, he's never mentioned anything about which runway yet, so I'm guessing he's going off what Yates is saying. That would make sense. UK. Oops, sorry if the video's just gone. Sorry if the video just went a little bit jerky. Daniel Mallow, hello, good evening, welcome aboard. Beat shadows over the house now, I might come over the airport. That's a good idea, mate. Oh, here comes Logan now. I forgot to change it to night mode. Totally forgot to change it to infrared. There we go, infrared mode. Spy mode activated. I really need. I got myself a scanner off eBay, so I got an old NetSet scanner, and the gentleman who listed it on eBay listed it as working, and it had the battery and this, that and the other. The only thing it was missing was the antenna, but the antenna from my old NetSet Pro 46 would have fitted it. Anyway, long story short, I bought this scanner off eBay, gave the guy an offer, he accepted it, sent it, tried charging the battery, couldn't charge it, tried sticking the auxiliary cable in where you can charge it usually. I used to be able to with the previous scanners I've had, and you still couldn't charge it. So after a few tests and stuff, we've concluded that it's actually knackered, even though he listed it as used but working. So anyway, I'm gonna have to get a another scanner at some point. So one thing I do miss is listening to the ATC and seeing. Yes, BCAL did using the 111s. Yeah, I'm like I say, I'm sure I've got a postcard of them up here. So we've got the Logan 80R just going overhead, and one of the RAF Shadows, the Beechcrafts, are just going over now. One of the best handheld is Uniden 125 XLT. I'm not sure which one that is, Newcastle Flyer. I'll have a look at that. When's the 777 coming in, Daniel? If you look on Flight Radar 24, you can see the SAUDIA 777. It's just descending into Newcastle now. About to pass over York. So yeah, it's not just over York. Yeah, that's where it is. Ferry Hill. That's a Logan Air taxiing that you can all see there. Just turning the screen brightness down because my phone is currently blinding me. It's like looking at the sun every time you look at the screen. There's Logan Air. You can see all the cabin nicely lit up. Ian MacArthur went to Palma with Caledonian with BCAL in 1987 from Newcastle. Ah, very interesting. Thank you for that, Ian. I'm sure I remember my dad mentioned, I'm sure he or my uncle mentioned that they'd flown with them from Newcastle. My dad used to predominantly fly to Malta with the family from here in Newcastle via either Heathrow or Rome, but my uncle used to fly to different places, including likes of Mallorca and so on. And I'm sure one of them mentioned flying with BCAL, but I cannot honestly remember where to or when it was, but, or even if it was from Newcastle. I remember them saying about flying with them. So Logan Air taxiing in to stand. Saudi Air descending through flight level 240, 24,000 feet. Thank you, mate. Would have been better if one of their twatters just saying, "Oh, come on, Bob. It cannot be a good old Embraer." And the good old Embraer 145s, the pocket rockets. Honestly, it's one of the Embraer 145, that particular plane, I had never flown on until 2 years ago. I first flew on it, actually, no, I tell a lie, 3 years ago, 2020. I first flew on the Logan Air's Embraer 145 to Southampton from here in Newcastle, and honestly, ever since then, I've absolutely loved it. It's a comfortable plane with 2 and 1 abreast seating, and it's got that feeling of a small regional turboprop, but it's got the speed of a commercial jet, and it's such a great aircraft. And I've flown on it to Bergen, to Stavanger, all over the place, and it's such a great airplane. Hoping to fly in it to Oslo very soon, from Newcastle to Aberdeen, then across to Oslo from Aberdeen, so that's going to be another one. Graham Thompson, in the 1980s, Newcastle had visitors viewing roof. It was great. Shame they don't have one these days. Graham Thompson, you're right, mate. Yeah, there was the visitors roof, the larger one, before obviously the terminal was expanded, and I can still remember pre-9. It's scary to think, actually, but yesterday it was 22 years since 9/11, and it's scary to think where that time's gone. But I can still remember the old, not that one, but the last one that was there when you used to go through the terminal, the old viewing terrace. I still remember going there with my dad, and you could go through the terminal and whatnot, but that was good fun. But sadly it is no more. I've just noticed the SAUDIA has made a slight early right turn, which is interesting, so keep your eyes peeled on it, you never know. It's just made that slightly early right turn before the waypoint that takes them north. SAUDIA has just been given direct to Aircore, which is near Richmond, so it could be either runway. No, look, it'll be 07. Yeah, if it's Aircore, it might well be 07. There's no traffic to affect, but we'll see. TUI will be in... Oh, is there a TUI coming in? Oh, no, that TUI's coming in. Oh, for goodness sake. Oh. That's typical, that is. I never even noticed that that TUI was coming in. Thank you for pointing that out. Thank you for pointing that out, mate. Intercity, hello, welcome to the live stream. Could be said about any airport in the UK. Roof terrace at EMA is still there. Yeah, a lot of them are. That's the sad thing, you know. They were made for people to be able to access them and go and watch planes, and you went and closed them all. But not to worry. Not to worry. SAUDIA 777 just turned to come up to Newcastle. It has indeed. Yeah, Newcastle. Ferry Hill has just said that, and it looks like it will be runway 07. But not to worry. We should get a good shot of them taxiing, I hope. If they could taxi onto a remote stand, that'd be brilliant. But just typical. I was really pleased we got that FedEx 738 before, actually. I was meaning to get that the other day and didn't manage it, even though the light was better last week, and yet it was delayed. You've never been so disappointed for a Tomjet to be landing. Looks like a 07 arrival, yeah. Ah well, not to worry. At least we'll still see it, that's the main thing. That's the main thing. 2.5 would have been good, just purely to see it vacating the runway at the end for all of you viewers, but still, 07 arrival's just going to be as good. So that's it, just sequencing in behind the, being sequenced in behind the Tomjet. Most likely the 777777, the 777. Yeah, the 777's already been victored by ATC around onto the 07 approach. Mark Jones, great live, thanks for sharing. You're welcome, mate. It's lovely to have you on board. Hope you're having a good evening. Like I say, folks, we'll just be watching the SAUDIA land, and if there's any movements either side, just say 1 or 2 departures within a few minutes. We might catch that, but we won't be staying for it departing because it is meant to be a late departure. Out of interest, does anyone know what the score was between Saudi Arabia and South Korea? I saw they were playing at St James's Park before, but I wasn't sure what the score was. Newcastle flies, just called up on Newcastle, runway is 07 confirmed. Brilliant, thank you very much, mate. The upside to runway 07 is it means he's going to be in quicker than if it was a 2.5 arrival, so it's not much consolation because there is literally no light now, but still, it means he'll be in very shortly. (1-0) South. Lost 1-0. Ah, right. Oh dear, that's not very good. You see, you misread that initially and thought, what the hell is a Tomcat doing at Newcastle? Oh dear. Tomjet, not a Tomcat. If we had an F-14 Tomcat landing here, that would be impressive. I think even the Americans would be impressed. Yeah, folks, don't worry about us. The original 1980s Top Gun is back, and we've brought the F-14 Tomcat back into service. Oh dear. Intercity Railway, must be dreich out there. Aye, it's not too bad. Not too bad. Oh, yeah. It's just a delay to get behind Thompson. Yeah. Thompson's slightly lower, so he'll go, and then once he gets to this point, yeah, we'll take a left 90-degree turn and a right 90-degree turn, just to fit him in behind the Thompson. But it's actually, to be honest with you, in a city, it's not too bad. It's dry, it's only 10 degrees, so it's not too cold. Yeah. I'm looking forward to doing live streams here when it's windy and wet. That's when I'm looking forward to doing live streams here, just to see how the equipment all survives. I imagine it won't, but it's going to be interesting to try it nonetheless. Oh, Newcastle Flyer, thank you, mate. It's very kind of you. Now, I see there's about 60 of you all tuned in at the moment. It's lovely to have each and every one of you with us this evening. If you are just tuning in, the Saudi Arabia 777 is just about to come in. He'll be landing in about 5-10 minutes time. Red Arrows came last week. Daniel, yes, I saw that. I saw that on Flight Radar. I was showing my wife when the Red Arrows came up for the Great North Run, but unfortunately we missed them because we were in Morpeth. And I actually saw the Red Arrows not too long ago when I was going to work. I was driving up to work, and then all of a sudden I looked up, and here were the Red Arrows in formation heading north, and it was just, yeah. I'm John's Box. I will have you know that my mum frequently watches the live streams, so that's yes, an answer to your question, as does my wife, so yes. Saying these channels are actually, if you ask my nephew, my brother, and a few others if they watch it, they probably tell you no, because they're not really that interested in this, so yeah. Saudi, 35 miles out. Not far to go now. I think you'll make that sharp left-hand turn in just a minute. Just out of curiosity, there's a F1A flying near. Not sure, mate. I'm not entirely sure. 777 looks like a 2.5 arrival. It does, but they'll make him turn left, sharp left, then right in a minute, just to sequence him behind the Tomjet. But if he's called up on ATC for a 07 arrival, it's a 07 arrival, simple as that. Tomjet's not too far out now. Tomjet should be landing in just a minute. So the Saudi 777 that's coming into Newcastle is currently the 10th most tracked aircraft in the world. So hopefully that increases in a few minutes as it comes in on the approach. But yeah, it's currently the 10th most tracked in the world, currently being tracked by 760 people. So that's brilliant. Yep, that's him making that sharp left turn now. Yep. So bring him onto a downwind leg, and then they'll give him a right hand turn to and then they will bring him onto a base leg for runway 07. Alan S, welcome to the live stream. Great to have you with us. Great to have you all with us. Hope you're having a lovely evening. Every time you say Tomjet, now I'm expecting Maverick to buzz the tower. Hey, if Maverick buzzes the tower, Bob, we'll be the first to see it with our infrared camera. There's a laugh. And Mahbub, hello, Mahbub. Left turn, yep, and then it'll just make a right turn in just a second. Tomjet's just about on final approach. Unfortunately, I missed the last Saudi because I was working, and that one did arrive when it was bright and sunny and there was a lovely evening sky. But now, unfortunately, it's just the way it is. There we go. Jet2 Holidays is parked on the stand as well. Oh yes, the Daniel Malort, the Sun Express was the Paw Patrol livery. Yes, I didn't even realise that was in. So we drove down to the airport before, and we drove down to the airport. I didn't even realise the Sun Express was a Paw Patrol livery one. We got to the mountain. I quickly shouted to my wife that I had to get there quickly because I saw the tail of it. So I ran along, quickly got set up and managed to get a video in 4K, which I'll share on YouTube with you all over the next day or two. I got a video of it departing runway 07, so that was cool. Didn't expect to see that because I hadn't checked flight radar before. I was solely focused on getting the SAUDIA, so that was a really welcome surprise. I love how we all hope ATC change arrival. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, but that unfortunately isn't going to happen. Is Orson still in the field? Yes, it is indeed. It is indeed. Tried nibbling my when we did the live stream last week, Alan. The lovely four-legged creature tried to nibble my cables. My allergies were playing absolute. They were being an absolute pain in the backside. It was really annoying. Right, I can see there's 76 of you all tuned in at the moment. Good evening to each and every one of you. If you're just tuning in, we are about to see a Saudi Arabia, a SAUDIA Boeing 777 land here at Newcastle Airport. Robert Lambert, well worth the watch. Great guy. Thank you very much, Robert. It's very kind of you, mate. I love having all of you on the live stream, on the chat as well. To be honest, it's more about you, the viewer, and the comments than anything. That's what keeps me going, and you know, you get cracking conversations out of it. So thank you all so much for tuning in, and keep your comments coming. It really means a lot. I think Saudi will be stand 16, yeah. Looks like it. Bend over, landing 07, it is. We also had a 737 from Sun Express. I saw that, Daniel, yeah. Although I have seen the Sun Express Max in here before, which was cool. And the Corendon one as well. Sam, I believe the Jordanian IL-76 is due into Prestwick again this weekend. I'm not sure when, but I believe it is due in again. So, yes. SAUDIA 777 is currently the 8th most tracked aircraft in the world by 1,204 people. So it's over 1,200 people sitting there tracking this plane coming into the northeast at the moment, which is really cool. Really cool. Watching this and flying on Microsoft Flight Simulator. Perfect evening, mate. Perfect. Right, first arrival. Whoops. Before I stumble over in the dark. The first arrival is going to be this Tomjet, Thomson 737-800, and I can't remember where it's coming in from. Anyway, it's coming in from Palma de Mallorca. So this Thomson 737 we're about to see is coming in from Palma de Mallorca. It's now the 7th most tracked, and 78 of those tracking it are here. Yes. When you think about it, we've got nearly a tenth of the ones who are watching it on Flight Radar watching it here live, which is cool. It's really cool. It was like at Glasgow for the Emirates A380 return, and there was several hundred of you all tuned in to watch that arrive, which was epic. That was a really, really cool day as well. Right. Here comes the Thompson. Tomjet from Palma de Mallorca. There's Newcastle Airport's terminal. Shortly you'll see Tomjet popping out from behind the bushes. That's Thompson down. Nice landing, looks like he's rolling all the way to the end of the runway. Do you have a favourite airline and aircraft? Ryanair, 737-800. There you go. What's the most tracked plane right now? I'm not sure, but currently the Saudi into Newcastle is the 7th most tracked flight in the world. Which is nice. Yep, Sam, Saudi Arabia on finals, yep. Just about to get it, mate, just about to get it. Saudi has just been cleared to land. Hey! Thank you very much, Alan. Our 6th most tracked in the world, with 1,300. Callum, here it comes. At 1,700 feet, descending on the glide slope. When the 747 came in, had record numbers of tracked. It did, yes, the Atlas Air 747 was the most tracked in the world, and it stayed that way until it stopped pinging on the ground here in Newcastle. That was cool, that was really cool. Both me and my wife came to see that, and that was really good fun. Right, Saudi's at 1,400 feet. Saudi's now 1,100 feet. Yep, British Airways is just pushing back. You can see the British Airways. In fact, we'll pan over at the British Airways because then that gives us a better shot for the Saudi. British Airways is just there and is pushing back. Just about here, the Saudi. Saudi's at 800 feet. Here comes the SAUDIA. Oh, there's a metro going to go past, that's going to distort the noise. Beautiful. downdraft from that 777, you can feel it. That is nice. So I'm just rolling to the end of the runway now. D-Aviation, thank you very much, mate. Thank you so much for that. That's very kind of you. That was cool. Now we'll catch it taxiing back to the terminal. That was really, it was, Daniel, it was very, very smooth landing. Granted, it'll be an empty Boeing 777, but still, that was a really good landing. Predictably, stand 16. 2-1 Ferry Hill. Oh dear. Oh dear, no surprise. Ian MacArthur, great to have you on the live stream, mate. You take care and have a good evening. Great to have you with us. These helicopters just about to come in, alright? And Deborah Winton, Mum, thank you very much. Lovely to have you on the live stream. We'll be having a good evening, Mum. This helicopter. It's the Newcastle police helicopter just coming into land now. Cooler. Newcastle Flyer, is it due out again tonight? Yes, mate, it is. It's supposed to be going out later on. Yeah, it's meant to be going back to Saudi Arabia tonight. But for now, it's just there. Yep, Eurocopter EC-135. That's the one. Daniel, no, they're using stand 16, as Newcastle Flyers just said. So. We'll see it going on. Aviation Adam 738, hello mate, great landing. Yes, it was a very smooth landing, especially for a crew that doesn't really fly here. It was an excellent landing. Copper chopper, that's the one. Sounds about right. That's the Saudi just taxiing up now. Having a great... Ah, excellent, that's the way to watch it. In the warm. It's only about 10 degrees here, but it's not too bad. Not too cold, it's pretty good. So I think we'll get the British Airways depart and then we'll probably call it a day for it. Would there be a new... possibly, mate, possibly. Yeah, and a 777 too, Adam, yeah. It's impressive. I often think sometimes you get visiting ones where they absolutely slam it down on the runway purely because they haven't landed here very often, so yeah, pretty cool. Why is the Saudi here, Chris? Saudi is here to pick up the Saudi national football team. And the Saudi national football team have been playing at St James's Park today in a game against South Korea. Who's this coming in? Oh. Ah, EasyJet. Cool. Got the two Mrs. Wintons in their live stream there. Got my wife and my mother. How cool is that? Just gets better and better. Saudi footy TV, yeah, that's the one, Daniel, that's the one. That's the EasyJet just vacating. Right, back to the SAUDIA. There it is, taxiing in. I'm going to switch camera modes in just a second, folks. Airways just taxiing there. That was really cool. And mates in there too, Nicholas. Oh dear. Sam, great to have you on the live stream. Take care of yourself, mate. We'll see you soon. There we go. Oh, that was really cool to see. Really cool. SAUDIA isn't even the 7th most tracked in the world anymore, that's a shame. Let's just change it to night view a second. You see, night views, the night view is pretty good in terms of the quality and the detail, but you don't get the frames per second, which is a bit of a shame. Yeah, not bad, mate, yeah? Good for you.
Spot looking all regularly now.
Got to, man. Got to. Especially when you get movements like that.
Oh.
That's good.
That's good. Belgian Air Force as well.
Belgian Air Force was class the other day. That was really good.
Obviously they've got the 3 choppers in at the minute.
I've seen the 109s, I've seen the 109s.
We've got the front green job at the back.
I didn't realise it was that until I think Mark said some photos on.
Me and Mark were there down to the train.
Yeah.
And I stepped one of them, I thought it was just one of them in his train. He's beat us to Eton and pubs and through.
Yeah. Before the story.
319.
320. I think so. I think it is.
I'm sure for 320.
Yep, echo uniform on.
Normally I'm used to spotting them in the daylight.
No. All different thing at night. Right, that's the British Airways just departing now, folks. And Ashley Newton, hello, welcome to the live stream. Callum, yeah, that's the engine shutdown for the SAUDIA now. So I'm just going. I think we'll get there's a Thompson just about to come in as well, folks. I think we'll get that landing and then probably call the day, I reckon. To be underway. Freebird A320 is. Ah, well, I might get that as well then. That'd be good. I never forgot about that one. It's the one with Sharples off the channel as well, I think. Jet 2, 10 minutes out, yep, we'll get that, and then I think that'll do for today.
I'll be more time that's due out again. I don't know if it's 10 o'clock or 5 in the morning.
I think it's supposed to be about 11ish. Because I think the team's already here.
I thought it was late kick-off for this. I thought it was like a 7 o'clock kick-off.
Is it 5? They lost 1-0, I think it was, to South Korea. So,
Shame South Korea's didn't fly in like at 7 minutes.
I know.
Great.
Or even if it was just like a Korean 777 or something, that would be in class.
Stop off at like Heathrow or something to fuel up.
Yeah. I think they just flew into Heathrow though on the Korean triple and then just came up on.
Aye, they came
After
on
that.
like stop at the
It's a bit of a pain. Not to worry. Spitfire F100, you're welcome, mate. Great to have you on the live stream this evening. Like I say, we're just going to stay for a couple more movements and then that'll be it for today. Great to have you on, brother. Let's see what's going on. Did you get that last week when it came in the light?
Yes. Got a. You found the Instagram?
Hey?
You found the Instagram?
I think I do. I've barely been on Instagram. I'm on Instagram, like, I look on it every 2 weeks.
It was excellent light on it. It was great. It was on the.
I was kind of hoping that was going to be sort of the time it came in.
And I'd start like blue. I've got when the A400 came.
How you doing, mate?
Yeah, good, thanks to you.
Yeah, not too bad.
Super.
When pleased to see that.
It's nice, isn't it?
It is.
It's something you usually get around here, so.
Pity the, we're just saying though, pity the light wasn't like it was last week.
Oh, no.
Because that would have been class.
It was nice last week.
Well, typical hours of work, as usual.
When when the A400 and 330 came at the same time, I was on stand 8 when it taxed past. I got a nice side-on close shot of it. Like, I think I might be the only one with a decent shot because obviously that lifts, you know. So just need that to make it up.
It's like when the Belgians came in the other day. Do you know Sean Ray? Works NSI, he does the buses and that.
Oh, yeah, sure, aye.
He was on the bus at the very far end waiting for them. As the A400 was just taxiing straight to walk.
Yeah.
It's like, jam. Goodness.
Aye. It's the perks of the job.
Absolutely.
It's just a shame, you know, like obviously with the red hours at the weekend, here was busy, Coach Lane was busy, the south side, you know, the airport, it lost a good opportunity. You know, they could have made it easy, grand, if they put a little viewing area.
Do you think if they just charged a little bit for parking, let everyone go south side, access is easy, they're not affecting anything for fire, you know, fire escape. It's like,
well, they've got a metro there as well, so it's like, it's excellent.
What about the 2 techs going through this?
Jet 2 coming in.
But, no, so obviously we've got the return of those A330s for the end of the month for the Belgians. There's no A400 coming in, the cargo's going back out on the 330s.
We'll test it out with it being the new MRTT film as well.
And apart from that, I don't think there's any other. Apart from when we do the Champions League, I don't think we'll get wide bodies, we'll just get narrow bodies. But something different, hopefully. Like an IR or something.
They've not done any like dedicated char flights for fans here. But I see they have put on a few for the ones coming in when they're playing here.
So hopefully we'll get something, even just like a smart livery.
Yeah, exactly.
Would do me, you know.
As long as we get something, that'd be great.
So, you know, I'll keep an eye in the office, you know, see what's coming up. Sometimes things like
I'm right in saying I think that's coming back in, isn't it? Because they've got the other game coming up they've got another game coming up, haven't they?
I thought it was just this weekend.
No, I'm sure there's another one coming up.
Is that the international break?
There's another, they've got another one coming up, I'm sure. But I can't remember when it is.
Will either that or a Dreamliner?
Yeah.
I hope it's a Dreamliner. They're all over that, like.
Are they? Lithium battery.
Just straight in the can, no separate. If it was come off of the bags,
What, just for that?
16 cards. Yeah, everything, even book bags.
It's absolutely crazy.
So, yeah, it's nice to have something different in.
Makes a difference.
Oh,
Honestly, seeing that A330 the other day was just,
oh, it was great.
that was class.
Before they came in this time, I done it last time it came in.
Yeah.
I was telling it, I was on the ground, I was headsetting it. Oh, it was great, you know. I don't know if anyone's.
I was streaming it,
I don't know if you were able to pull a headset, man, it would be me. Because I had the main deck there as well.
Didn't have the ATC.
But,
The scanner's knackered.
it was great, you know. Doing a headset on like that.
Yeah.
Free and military. Crew were lovely people, you know. Being military, it's so, you know, like people.
Laid back.
Yes. You know, couldn't thought it was, you know, shook their hands, you know, and thank them, you know. Got on quite nice with them, you know.
It's what you want. It's what you want. Because I'm not sure. I think I'm on exercise for like 2-3 weeks, isn't it?
I think like I think the first or second one comes out back in on the 21st September. About lunchtime, I like to see it, or later, just after hours, I think.
That's one thing I don't miss. Having the Emirates this time, mate.
When
when Atlas was in.
that was
Mint.
that was just absolutely great.
Honestly, that was one of my favourite moments to see. Right, folks, here comes the Jet 2 737-800. Just touched down there. Beautiful. Well, folks, unfortunately, I think that's going to have to be the end of the live stream for that. Was that what I told you back on the scene? So, did you get the two of them together when we had the cancellation?
That was on stand.
Because there was the one with the ATC.
Yeah, that was the Mondays. That's
Monday,
that one. Because it pushed. Me and colleague pushed at Alpha 5. We were waiting to get the bar off. Bar wouldn't. Well, the engine one wouldn't start. Just wouldn't crank over. Waiting out there, and he says, "Nah." So towed on the stand. I towed it from Alpha 5. Obviously with the tractor on it. We spun out in the taxi and towed it round. But the next day they brought the parts in.
Just on the other. That makes sense.
So on the next day's 35 brought parts in. The Hunters sent that one that went tech. I think sent someone down to Manchester and all that, and then someone the following day's flight.
I was annoyed because again I was at work and I missed both of them. it's always the way.
I would love to try and get the video of when they toured it.
Yeah. I've got one video and it was 2014, 2015, we were two on the ground at the same time. I got the two of them then, but I'll do an inspection. So I'm just going to quickly end this.
Yes.
Henry, great to have you on the live stream, mate. Logan Air, yeah, we've just got the Logan Air special delivery landing before. That was a really cool one. Mark, Political Bias, good night. Great to have you on the live stream. Chris, no, he's on there. He's on a separate stand just over on the north. But yeah. Angela, thank you for filming. You're welcome. Don't know if it's going back out. It's supposed to be going back out tonight, but when, I don't know. It should be soon in theory, but we'll see. We'll see. The Aviation, you're welcome. Great to have you on the live stream. But again, folks, from Newcastle International Airport, I hope you've enjoyed the live stream. That's the Saudi 777 on the ground here to pick up this men's national football team. But I hope you've enjoyed the live stream, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you soon. Have a good night, everyone.